Welcome to this edition of World Leaders. I'm Susan Jones. He's the self-made multimillionaire and executive vice president of international sales who has turned a daily habit into a billion-dollar business. In the last 6 years, Holton Buggs has brought Organo Gold from operating in only 2 markets, the United States and Canada, to operating in more than 37 countries with over 1 million distributors worldwide. Along the way, he's built a reputation as one of network marketing's savviest business leaders by establishing Organo Gold's signature gourmet coffee brand as an industry giant. Holton Buggs has created a movement of like-minded business owners all over the globe who have joined forces to ensure that Organo Gold becomes one of the most admired companies in the world. All on this edition of World Leaders. Mr. Buggs, welcome to the show today. Holton, in the direct sales industry, you are quite frankly a legend. People have even referred to you as Michael Jordan of network marketing. Tell us a little bit about how and why you chose the industry.
I wouldn't classify myself as a legend, but I accept those compliments humbly. I started in this industry back in college. I grew up in a family of a single mother of 3 boys that she raised, and her biggest thing was to make sure that I went to college and got a good education and got a good job. And she was successful at doing that. I went off to college and started to study engineering. I had set my goals to become one of the world's greatest engineers. A college roommate introduced me to this industry of network marketing, and I'll never forget, I went to a meeting at a hotel, and I saw a presentation from a gentleman who was a retired pharmacist. And I couldn't believe that he was retired because of how young he was. And that was when I saw that this is what I wanted to do. Engineering put me in a fixed environment. There were going to be fixed hours. There was going to be a fixed salary. And there were going to be controls on my life that I really didn't want, but I would have accepted. I saw network marketing as the ultimate freedom tool that I could actually earn what I wanted to earn with no limitations and actually set my own hours, my own time, and enjoy my life the way I wanted to. And so that's how I got involved with network marketing.
This brings me to the ultimate question. Why Organo Gold? I mean, how did you get interested in coffee?
Well, it's quite ironic. I was never a coffee drinker before Organo Gold. I don't believe I'd ever had one full cup of coffee before Organo Gold. I had a good friend of mine to call me up, and he told me that he'd found what he believed was the greatest product that was ever designed for direct sales and network marketing. And I was wondering what this product was. He never would share it with me until I kind of pressed on him a little bit. And I found out that it was coffee. And it was a letdown for me because I wasn't a coffee drinker. So I thought I could not participate with this particular company because how could I sell something that I don't consume myself? And then I actually read a quote from Warren Buffett. And that quote said, "Things that you like, make them your hobby, but things that the world like, make it your business." And that is when I accepted that I could actually participate with Organo Gold, and I knew that this could be a pretty big business.
Well, I understand that one of the people you sent it to was your mother-in-law. Is she a business analyst?
You know what? It's actually quite the opposite, and that's what really inspired me. My mother-in-law's never made more than $1,500 per month in her entire life. And so when I sent the coffee to her, and she shared the coffee, and within 48 hours, she had actually had customers and people who wanted to buy coffee. I never told her this was network marketing. I never told her it was Organo Gold. I never told her anything. I just wanted her to try the coffee and tell me what she thought about the taste and how it made her feel. And here it was, she's got customers and wanted to buy more coffee, and she had sold 4 boxes of it. And that let me know that I did not need a business analyst. I didn't need someone with a strong business education or experience in sales in order to succeed with this product. And so her response to me was confirmation that this was a business for the masses.
I love your mother-in-law. I'd like to meet her.
Yeah, she's quite a lady.
Well, why did you choose network marketing as your distribution model?
Network marketing as a distribution channel is, I believe, the best distribution channel for any product or service to get it out in the masses with the least amount of expense. For example, Susan, if you take a product like, let's just say Jordan's tennis shoes. They're a very famous tennis shoe. And I remember looking at a a study at one point in time where the manufacturing cost was somewhere around $27 for them to manufacture those tennis shoes. But what happens is there's a manufacturing facility that makes the tennis shoe. And from that manufacturer, they will produce it and they will actually have trucks back up to their warehouse and they ship it out to what we call national distributors. But by the time that national distributor gets it, there's a percentage of markup. That national distributor will now take it and distribute it to a regional distributor. The regional distributor will take it and ship it to a local distributor. The local distributor will now take it and actually put it in retail stores, and then the final end of that chain will be us, the consumer. Well, the big part about that process is from every time that product changes hands, there's a percentage of markup called profit. What network marketing allows, it allows the manufacturer to now ship that product directly to our customer, but because we were the ones, the distributor in Organo Gold, to actually direct that product or that sale, all of that markup becomes commissions for us and commissions for the distributor. That's why network marketing, I believe, is the best channel to distribute any product.
Well, let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll learn about the history of the company, its focus on the multi-billion-dollar coffee market, and his plans to take the company to the next level.
One of my favorite things about the OG opportunity is that you can do the business everywhere that the company is doing business.
It's the system that builds the business. So to me, the lifestyle of Organo Go is freedom.
The young lady asked me what I did. I said coffee, and her eyes lit up.
It's absolutely the most consumed beverage on the planet.
As soon as you said coffee and opportunity, it made complete sense.
All of a sudden, we replaced my income. And it was like, it's a lot easier to serve coffee than dig ditches.
We see Starbucks everywhere now. So wouldn't this be your ultimate competition?
It's quite the contrary. I believe Starbucks is our biggest ally. Starbucks really made it socially acceptable for people to go out and spend $3, $4, sometimes even $5 for one cup of coffee. You know, never before was that the case. But right after Starbucks, you saw other companies start to get involved, and the gourmet coffee industry now is accepted at a price point that's far greater than what we even sell our coffee. And so I'm grateful for Starbucks and all of the other coffee retailers out there who've actually grown a big business, and I wish them even more success.
That's interesting. How big do you think this market can get?
Well, coffee is a global market. There's not one country that doesn't have coffee consumers. And so the world is our marketplace. When you look at the coffee industry today, it's the second largest traded commodity on Wall Street besides oil. And so I believe coffee really is limitless. And so I wouldn't put a cap on it whatsoever. But Organo Gold's, our goal is just to capture 1% of that coffee industry. And so that's really what we're looking forward to.
It's not only Starbucks, right? I mean, we see coffee everywhere, McDonald's and Subway.
You know, Starbucks, I believe, initiated what's happening right now. And then you had companies like McDonald's who actually took McCafe and revolutionized their entire business model with that particular brand. Most recently, Burger King got involved in the coffee industry right behind McDonald's and created the Iced Mocha. And then they just recently acquired, along with Warren Buffett, for $11.4 billion, a company called Tim Hortons Coffee. That's huge, one of the biggest acquisitions that I'm familiar with in the coffee industry. Companies like Dunkin' Donuts that had a logo of a donut before, but if you look at their logo now, it's a cup of coffee because they understand the profitability that's in one cup of coffee as opposed to just donuts alone. You know, companies out there like Subway who now open up early in the morning. It's not because people want a foot-long sandwich at 7 a.m., it's they want coffee. And Subway now sells coffee early in the morning. And so coffee is absolutely everywhere, so it's a limitless opportunity.
Now, is this traditional brewed coffee like I would buy at the store?
You know, traditional brewed coffee, it has its place. It's not one of the fastest growing arenas in the coffee industry today. What Organo Gold has done is we've tapped into an arena of where it's moving towards. The area that we've tapped into is growing by 20% per year. It's the single serve market. Do we have brewed coffee? Of course we do. We have what we call our brew cups, which is endorsed by Greg Norman. But we also have our single serve sachets, which is our leading method of actually serving our coffee. What you're enjoying right now is a latte. It's all in one package. The cream, the sugar, the coffee is all in one pack.
Coffee, cream, and sugar all in one?
All in our latte. You add
That's
8
good.
ounces of water or 10 ounces based on how strong you like it, stir and enjoy. And so coffee today is transportable. It's more personalized today, and Organo Gold is leading the charge in this method of delivering great tasting coffee.
How do you differentiate Organo Gold's coffee from other coffee products that you see on the market? I mean, what makes this coffee different than the McDonald's and the Dunkin' Donuts, etc.?
Well, there's several things that differentiate our coffee from a Dunkin' Donuts or a McDonald's or a Starbucks. Well, first of all, our coffee is personalized. Typically when a person consumes our coffee, it's come from a friend, someone that they know who's introduced this to them. And what I found is that people are more likely to consume a product that comes from someone that they know, like, and trust than just buying it off of the regular shelf. The second part that makes our coffee different is an ingredient called Ganoderma. It's the reishi mushroom that's grown over in China. It has over 4,000 years of history. If you ever research it and take a look at Ganoderma, it's got some amazing properties. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, so I couldn't give you any clinical studies or give you any guarantees of what a product like that would do for you. But what I have found is that Ganoderma allows the body to perform the way that it was designed to perform. My energy levels are much better. Now my sleep is absolutely incredible that I've been consuming Ganoderma in our products. And so what we've been able to do is infuse this particular herb into gourmet coffee without being able to see it, without being able to taste it, without being able to smell it. And so when people drink our coffee, all they're drinking is a gourmet taste of coffee, but the health, we hid it inside of the habit.
Interesting. You mentioned ingredients. Talking and speaking of ingredients, we all know that quality ingredients are essential for consumers. So how does your company ensure that quality is maintained now and in the future?
Well, that's one of the most important things about a consumable such as coffee and our Ganoderma. What Organo Gold has done is we have partnered with the leading Ganoderma expert in all of China. And the standards that they have actually set are the standards by which any Ganoderma company must abide by when they're producing Ganoderma products.
Is coffee the only product that Organo Gold sells?
No, what we've actually done in Organo Gold is we've been able to produce and manufacture products that are highly consumable products, and we infuse the Ganoderma in all of those products. Coffee is what we started with. We started with our black coffee, and then we introduced our gourmet latte, which both you and I are drinking right now. We introduced the mocha, and then we went into hot chocolate, which is just like drinking a liquid dessert when you taste it. Our green tea that we have, even our red tea that we have, we've recently introduced what's called a black tea, and it's an ice cold tea that you can drink as well. We've got things such as toothpaste, our soap that we have that is a big home run. And so many products that we have in Organo Gold are major hits, and we will be actually developing and manufacturing more products to come as well.
Well, let's take a break, maybe finish our coffee.
Absolutely.
And when we come back, we'll learn a little bit about the leadership, the management team, and what the future holds for Organo Gold.
I'm an absolute coffee connoisseur. I love good, high-quality coffee, and my favorite combination that we have is the Royal Brew Brew Cup, and I like to add the Cafe Supreme in it for some additional flavor. It is absolutely a home run cup of coffee.
I love the mocha. You know that the mocha to me is the best. The flavor is amazing.
I call it a Snickers in a cup.
I love it.
So now my favorite is the King of Coffee, and I add a little butter pecan creamer to it.
There is no learning curve with coffee.
They just seem to get it.
Even the word itself, when you go to a restaurant and you say, hey, can I order coffee, and you don't speak the language, everyone knows what that is.
And I love the fact that it's a consumable product that people use every day, and I haven't had to train not one single person how to drink it.
When your residual income is tied to reordering coffee, no brainer.
Welcome back. We've been talking to Holton Buggs, the Executive Vice President of International Sales for Organo Gold. And we all know of the key factors to any successful company is leadership. What can you tell us about Organo Gold's management team?
The management team is the strength of our company. What we've been able to accomplish, it's been done because we have amazing distributors and people who fall in love with the business model and customers who fall in love with the product. But the brainchild behind it was our CEO, Mr. Bernardo Chua, who has a history in the coffee industry and is the one who actually has created this formula of our coffee that it's infused, whereas you can't see, taste, or smell the Ganoderma that's in there. He's developed all of our products and created some strategic alliances with our partners that no other companies within the coffee industry have. And so Bernie Chua is a very key component to our success. Our global master distributor, Shane Moran, we say affectionately that there's not one person who sold more Ganoderma infused coffee than Shane Moran. Shane Moran is critical to the success and the expansion of Organo Gold. Coming here to North America, now being able to spread all over the world. Many of our other managers and executives that we have combined, we're talking hundreds of years of experience and billions of dollars of combined sales that we've been a part of that has made Organo Gold what it is today.
Well, tell us more about the exclusive strategic partnerships that you do have in place.
You know, some of the partnerships that we have that we're very proud of, the first one is with the Napoleon Hill Foundation. If you know anything about Napoleon Hill, the book that he wrote that's called Think and Grow Rich, it's actually attributed to more millionaires than any other book that's ever been written outside of the Bible. And Organo Gold has put a partnership together with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, whereas that book has the Organo Gold brand right there on it. And every time we sell that book or the audio series, 100% of those proceeds go to the Napoleon Hill Foundation. We are right now the largest contributor to the Napoleon Hill Foundation at this moment. We're very proud of that. We also have Manny Pacquiao, who's a boxer and obviously a native Filipino, such as Bernie Chua, who is a very big advocate of Organo Gold and has become a distributor, partnered with us, and he carries the Organo Gold banner and waves that flag proudly. Most recently as well is Greg Norman. Everyone knows Greg Norman, who's a golf legend, has actually become a part of Organo Gold as a distributor first, and we thought it was befitting for Greg Norman to become what we call the global brand ambassador of Organo Gold.
Greg Norman is definitely a household name, and you produced a commercial with him, so let's take a look.
Royal Brewed offers the ultimate combination of Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee with the very best Ganoderma spores. The combination for any coffee connoisseur.
Available for only a few months each year, this rich limited edition coffee brings two of the Earth's treasures to the people of the world.
You cannot guarantee a perfect day, but you can guarantee a perfect cup.
Enjoy the best cup of coffee in the world. Royal Brewed. Offered exclusively by Organo Gold.
Okay, I have a question. What kind of Organo Gold coffee does Greg Norman drink?
Greg Norman loves the mocha.
What's your favorite?
I love the latte.
Oh,
yeah.
Good call.
I'm a latte lover.
All right, the big question on everyone's mind is, how do I make money?
Very simple. The first one is retail. Retail is the foundation of the Organo Gold compensation plan. That means the difference between what a distributor buys it and what they sell it for, it becomes their commission. Typically, most distributors mark it up anywhere from 50%. We've seen instances where people are actually selling it for as much as 500% markup by selling it by the cup when they do traditional retail events such as at festivals and things of that nature. So there's a lot of money that's made at the retail level with coffee. Now, the other methods are what we call our fast track commissions. Fast track commissions are very simple. When you enroll new distributors, there's an optional promotional pack that they can purchase that you sell them, and Organo Gold will reward you a one-time commission based on which pack that you actually sell them. Then we have what's called team commissions. Team commissions are great because now you start to get paid off of the efforts of the entire team versus just your efforts. Our team commissions is what we call a dual team. There's a left team, there's a right team. You build those two communities, and Organo Gold rewards you every single week based on the sales of coffee that actually happen in those two teams.
It's kind of like a domino effect.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens. It's a domino effect. And the majority of your team, you'll find out you don't even know who those people are, because it just starts to grow as you really build the network the way it's designed to be built. And then we have what's called residual income. Okay? Now, residual income, Susan, is something that most people really dream of. It simply means that you build a business model one time. You service or set up a customer base one time, and as they purchase over and over, like every month, that income becomes yours, and you never have to go back and do the work again. Let me give you an example. You've got a cell phone. Mm-hmm. Do you have cable or satellite television?
Yes.
They set you up one time. They've never come back to ask you, do you want to buy the service the second month or the third month? But every month, it's a non-conscious purchasing decision. Coffee is exactly the same. And so we've got 4 models of residual income. One is what we call uni-level commissions, so when people reorder. The second one is uni-level matching bonuses. The third bonus is what we call generational bonus, and that's for someone who wants to become a leader and develop other leaders within the organization. We reward you for that. And then we have what's called a global pool bonus. Organo Gold sets aside 3% of its worldwide reorder sales, and what they do is they divide it up, and those people who actually build a business to a level that we call Ruby, you're able to share in those particular profits. And so it's like becoming a shareholder almost of the company when you achieve those levels. And then the last bonus that I told you I keep for last.
It's the car bonus, isn't it?
It's the car bonus. Organo Gold has put together what we call the Benz Club. We will reward you for achieving the first level of leadership. We'll reward you up to $1,000 per month. You choose the Mercedes-Benz of your choice, and we pay the note month after month after month as you qualify for just achieving that first level of leadership in Organo Gold. But we've done something even better than that. For elite leaders, those who really want to go over and beyond, we've put together an elite car program, whereas you can go out and choose an exotic car of your choice, and Organo Gold pays $3,000 per month on any exotic car of your choice. There are people in Organo Gold who are driving Lamborghinis, Rolls-Royce, Bentleys, Ferraris, Porsche, you name it, you choose it, $3,000 per month once you qualify at the elite level. So the car bonus program and the entire Organo Gold compensation plan is what I believe to be the most rewarding and the most generous compensation plan that I've ever seen in the network marketing industry.
We do 2 things: build a community of coffee drinkers, one, and then build a community of entrepreneurs that we teach to build a community of coffee drinkers. That establishes a residual income that continues to grow and grow and grow.
I get excited about retail now. You can make money fast, and you can start earning a significant residual income when you start working your business. But you can do a barista bash and be able to sell. I've seen people selling 5, 10, 15 boxes at just one party.
Well, my favorite part on the compensation plan is the generation bonus. And the reason is because, don't matter how deep we find the leaders, if it can be in the 10, 15, 20 levels, the first generation we get 2%, and then we find another leader, no matter how deep it is 3%, and then the third generation is 4%, and the fourth generation is 5%. So we can help the people, no matter how deep it is, and we get paid.
Now you have the entire company growing globally. And now through the global bonus pool, you can earn a participation of every single country where the company is operating through other lines of business who are not in your business. The way I see it is like a partnership. It's like a profit sharing.
Your income is only limited to the work that you do or don't do.
So it sounds like there are a lot of ways to actually get paid.
Well, there are. And I know that explaining those different ways to you, a person who's never been in network marketing, probably may be a little bit confusing. It's kind of like going into a automobile dealership, since we're speaking of cars, and saying, I want to see this Mercedes-Benz. And maybe the salesperson lifts up the hood and starts to explain the entire engine to you. That would be confusing.
That would be confusing. Yes, it would.
I'm sure it would be. And typically the way I'm sure you've bought cars of maybe just take a test drive, see how it feels, so that you can tell whether or not that car is going to perform the way that you want it to. So why don't I take you through a test drive?
Let's go.
Of the Organo Gold compensation plan. Okay? So I'll ask you a couple questions, and this is going to determine whether or not the Organo Gold vehicle, whether or not you see yourself being able to drive the vehicle of success called Organo Gold.
Okay.
Now, first question is this here. Based on the way this coffee tastes, the latte that you just taste, do you believe that, let's just say within a 30-day period of time, that you can change the brand of coffee of at least 10 of your neighbors or family members, friends, co-workers, wherever it is, just 10. Change it from Folgers to Organo Gold, Starbucks to Organo Gold, Dunkin' Donuts or McCafe to Organo Gold. Just 10 people. Do you believe that you can get that done?
I do. I do. After tasting that, yes, I do.
Okay. Now, let me share with you what you just answered to. 10 customers in Organo Gold, the average customer buys about 2 boxes of coffee on a monthly basis. What we find our distributors doing is that they mark this product up. There's about a $15 markup on this coffee, almost 100% of the cost. So if you look at $15 per box times 2 boxes, that's going to be $30. But you've got 10 customers. That means that's a $300 retail profit because people drink coffee every single day. And so just imagine, just doing step 1 of the Organo Gold vehicle, that's $300 a month or $3,600 for the year, and it only took you 30 days to get that work done. That's step 1 of the test drive. Let's talk about step 2 of this test drive. Can you imagine with this particular model being able to show people how to earn a $300 a month income by just getting 10 customers in that example? Can you imagine the leadership team that I've already told you about, the success that we've already had in Organo Gold, and 6 years doing $1 billion in sales? Do you believe that we can actually show you how to build a team? Let's just say in 18 months of at least 1,000 distributors who want to go out and get 10 customers? Do you believe that's possible?
Yeah, it sounds great too.
Okay. Now, let's just imagine what took place when you answered yes to that. This is the test drive. When you look at 1,000 distributors, remember, you're not going to go out and get all 1,000. In this example, let's just say that you went out and we shared with you how to expose it to 10 people who wanted to start a business. Well, those 10 sponsored 10 people, so now you've got 100. Those 100 sponsored 10, now you've got 1,000. Now, it's probably not going to go exactly like that, but that's just an example to let you know that you don't have to do all of the work. But now you've got a network of 1,000 distributors, each in this example who've gotten 10 customers, which means your network will pay you on 10,000 customers. In this example here, each customer is buying 2 boxes of product per month. What we do is we assign a 15 CV commissionable volume to every box of coffee that you sold on the average. So when you look at it, when you've got that many boxes of coffee that's been sold, 1,000 distributors times 10 customers, 10,000, each buying 2 boxes, 20,000 times 15 CV, it's going to give you 300,000 commissionable volume within your network. Now, this is how Organo Gold pays you, and this is the beauty of network marketing. Organo Gold's commissions can be somewhere between 8% or 12% on that volume. It all depends on how your business is structured. Could be a little less than 8, but it even could be a little bit more than 12%. In this example, let's just take the average and let's say 10%. 10% on 300,000 commissionable volume is a pretty hefty monthly income.
Yes, it is.
And that's why so many professionals are attracted to this business model, because it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee.
I like the test drive.
Let's get you a set of keys.
How'd I do on my answers? I'll take the keys.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's take another break. We'll be back.
Our life before Organo Gold was, we were involved into real estate business, and most of the time we were having to go to work every day and work for a boss and having some people to manage. Compared to today, it's like freedom in our life. That's very awesome because OG give us the chance to live the life of our dream without any stress anymore.
After playing pro football for 14 years, I was introduced to Organo Gold. Wasn't really interested, but in 2.5 years, I was able to replace that lifestyle with this company by just following some simple instructions and drinking an amazing product.
Other than 7 months of employment I had as an assistant for a chiropractor, Organo Gold's the only way that I've made money in my lifetime, and now make even more than the doctor that I used to work for.
When I got involved in Organo Gold, I was 25 years old. Been involved in 3 other companies, no success. I was still living with my father. I remember I had $1,000 to my name, and but I still had a lot of big goals and big dreams, and got involved in this business, and within a short period of time, I'm talking 18 months, by 27 I was a millionaire.
I've heard people say they're making money while they're sleeping. How is that possible?
Well, you know, it's a term that's used for people who have developed a certain business model, like an Organo Gold. Traditionally, we grow up and we learn one way of making money, and that's what we call YOE, your own efforts. You trade a unit of your time for a unit of money. Typically, that's a person who has just a job. Well, there's 4 ways that wealthy people create wealth. One is YOE. You have to use that as well. The second one is what I call OPE, other people's efforts. Starting a small business, employing some other people. But there's still limitations because your business most of the time is not open 24 hours a day. The third is what I call OPM, other people's money. Being able to have an idea that someone else finances and you go out and you benefit from it. And the fourth way is an idea that less than 1% of the people use, and it's called OPI, other people's ideas. And Organo Gold encompasses all of those, and that's why people all over the world in 37 countries are able to earn income.
So it's global.
It's global. For example,
everywhere.
Someone who lives right here in Houston, Texas, who starts an Organo Gold coffee business and can have their organization spread over to Asia. And while they're sleeping at night, the people in Asia are just waking up to drink their coffee. And so while someone is sleeping, coffee is being consumed, which means income is being earned. And you can do that here in 37 countries around the world.
And we're talking all kinds of people making money here, right?
You got all types of people. That's the beauty of Organo Gold, that there's no qualifications from a experience level in order to succeed. I've got people who are air conditioner repairmen. I've got pizza delivery guys. I've got housekeepers. I've got stay-at-home moms. I've got CEOs of former companies, high-level executives, even people like Greg Norman, who became a distributor first, and Manny Pacquiao, who became a distributor first. That's the beauty, is that Organo Gold encompasses every walk of life, and the opportunity is equal for every person.
Wow, exciting. Well, let's take another break and hear from Organo Gold leaders who have found that success.
I was working a job for over 30 years that I did not like, and we were looking for something. Something had to change.
I'm working for 10 years, and I'm a truck driver before. In that 10 years, we have an accident before. It's a labor accident. And after a year and a half, we lost all my savings.
5.5 years ago when we got started in Organo Gold, we were both a little stressed. He was hurt. It was in the heart of the recession, real estate. If somebody did want to buy a house, there was no money being lent. So times were stressful for us because we had created a nice life. So we still had nice bills.
The last thing that my boss told me, Mario, I can't help you because the work that you do that's hard, you cannot make it anymore.
I had my defenses up when I first heard the information, and then as I got to meet the people and the leadership and see the system and how it just made so much sense. Even though I was scared when we first filled out our application to get started, the excitement overpowered being scared because I knew that we had the leadership that was going to follow us and show us the system and how to be successful.
We think, and this is the best opportunity now. We have a time to spend with the kids. We have the time to go to the school with the sons, and everything. Organo Gold changed our lives completely.
It's changed our lives forever.
Right away, for me, I was able to replace my income. The first thing I did was I called in well, and I called my boss and said, well, I'm not coming to work anymore.
Nobody tells me when to come in, when to eat lunch, when to be unhungry. I get to decide, and that's priceless.
Let's go back to the basics now. If someone watching at home is interested in joining Organo Gold, how do they get started?
Well, step number one would be to purchase the Organo Gold distributor kit. It's a $49 distributor kit fee. That comes with some samples. It's going to come with brochures. It comes with a nice leather folder that those samples will actually be contained in. It also comes with 12 months of back office access, which is a website and some technology that allows one to manage their entire portfolio of coffee business. And you get that for one entire year at $49. It gives you access to the entire portfolio of Organo Gold products at wholesale costs.
Now, are there any ways to accelerate your business or get started faster?
You know, people ask that question often, and there are. Organo Gold has actually put together 3 optional promotional packs so that people can actually accelerate their business. We found that those who have more coffee to offer, sample, and sell often earn more profits than those who don't. And so we put together 3 packages. The first one is what we call the Organo Gold Bronze package. It's $150. It's enough really to get your feet wet, to sample some product and maybe sell a box or 2. But Organo Gold allows you to now start immediately tapping into some of the other commissions when you receive that particular package. We also have what's called a silver package. The silver pack is $450. You'll receive $450 worth of wholesale product. Now, when you look at the retail value of it, it can be as much as $1,000 or even greater in terms of the retail, but you get it for $450. There's more product there, and so that you get the opportunity to sell more, earn bigger retail commissions, but because of the volume of product in that promotional pack, it accelerates you to a second component of our compensation plan as well. But then we also have what's called the Organo Gold package. It's the highest package that we have. It's $1,245. You receive about $1,300 worth of wholesale product, which on the retail market is about $2,600, depending on how you sell it at retail. That's the highest level that anyone can start in Organo Gold that will allow you to accelerate the profits of your business.
So the distributors basically can go at their own rate.
Absolutely, Susan. One can start part-time. Most people do. They start part-time. You set your own hours. There's no minimums. There's no maximums. There's no quotas whatsoever. We just want you to succeed in your Organo Gold business.
Well, it looks like you and Organo Gold are set to dominate the coffee industry. Is that the goal?
You know, that's never been the goal. What we've done is we have looked at the coffee industry and how big it is. What we recognize is just capturing 1% of the coffee industry, by our estimation, represents about $125 million per month of coffee sales. And that's what our goal is from a short-term basis. Our mission is to become the most admired corporation in the world. That's really what our goal is.
Well, and if anybody wants to sign up, you can encourage folks.
Well, you know, what I like to do, Susan, is I like to have a moment to talk to our audience here and address them directly. You know, ladies and gentlemen, Wave 1 of Organo Gold represented the first 6 years of our company. That also represented about $1 billion in sales. And I can tell you tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of people whose lives have changed from our product and from our opportunity. Wave 2 has just begun. And Organo Gold and myself would like to invite you to become a part of that success story. I'd like to be here the next time having you and your testimonial as one of our stories. And so thank you. And Susan, I tell you, it's been great being here with you. And thank you so much for interviewing and asking such great questions about Organo Gold.
Well, we loved having you. And if you're one of those people who want to get started, we have a treat. Mr. Buggs has agreed to come back in a few minutes and show us exactly how to do the business in just 4 simple steps.